Good evening and welcome to the Nevis Newscast. Today is Wednesday, 29th March 2017. I'm Fredicia Liebert. Premier of Nevis, the Honorable Vance Amory, expressed his anguish about the shooting incident that occurred on Sunday, 26th March, which resulted in the loss of the life of Randall Chapman of Rollins Village. Premier Amory then implored persons to desist from such activities.
I really wish that our people, our young men, our young women, our older people, parents, guardians, that we would begin or continue where we have started, to see that we have a role to play in getting rid of the scourge of violent crimes in our country, or crime of any sort, not just gun crime, but crime of any sort, whether it is break-in, whether it is indiscipline, whether it is an infraction of the law, parking in a place where one should not park, indiscriminate dumping of refuse. These are all symptoms of indiscipline in our society. And I want to say to us that we should see this act as one which we will tell ourselves that we are not going to tolerate this anymore. So parents, if you know your children are involved in any kind of illegal activity, I am imploring you to take the necessary steps to desist, to get them to desist.
Minister Amory also stated that the island depends heavily on security to attract investments.
We are a country which depends on providing a safe and secure environment to attract investment, to attract visitors, because those are the lifelines of our economy. Those are the lifelines which allow us to provide jobs for the very young people, some of whom say they don't have jobs. And I just want, as I expressed to Estelle and to Chappie, the father, and to the whole family, Freeman family, my condolence. I pray that this may not happen again. May God bless us, may God protect us, and I make this statement really with deep sadness in my heart. God bless you.
The shooting incident occurred at the Cotton Ground Playfield at a cricket match around 4 p.m. The Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force is currently investigating the incident. The 25th edition of the Gulf Insurance Interprimary Championship is slated for next Wednesday, 5th April, at the El Camido T. Willett Park, beginning at 12 p.m. This year, the championship will take place on 2 days. Sports Development Officer in the Ministry of Youth and Sports, Kelvin Bramble, spoke about the details of the changes.
On the 4th, we're going to have the March Pass going through town, and then at the ETW park, and we're trying to start that at 3 p.m.
Principal Education Officer in the Department of Education, Palsy Wilkin, stated that the department was happy to partner with the Ministry of Sports.
I am very pleased this afternoon to join in partnership with Youth and Sports, with Golf sponsoring our interprimary again this year, and with our technical advisor, Mr. Blackett, and his team in bringing off interprimary for another year. We do give thanks to Golf for once again sponsoring the interprimary activity. It's their our 25th anniversary, being sponsored by Gulf Insurance, and for that we are very grateful. I want to thank the Department of Youth and Sports for partnering with us in providing all the assistance that we need. Together, working together, we can get so much more done. And so we really do appreciate the input from everybody. Without students, we do not have interprimary. And so I want to thank all the student athletes, the coaches in the schools, the parents, the community for joining with us and for rallying with us in bringing off the interprimary competition.
The patron for this year's event is past athlete of the Charlestown Primary School, Maritza Williams. The field events are scheduled for Wednesday, 5th April, beginning at 12 p.m. Admission for adults is $10 and $5 for children. In related news, the following is a notice from the St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force, Nevis Division's Traffic Department regarding traffic flow on April 5th, 2017. In order to facilitate the smooth flow of traffic at the Gulf Insurance Inter-Primary Schools Athletic Championship in the vicinity of the El Camido T. Willett Park, the Traffic Department will effect the following traffic restrictions on Wednesday, April 5th. No parking will be permitted along Main Street, Charlestown, from Emma's Chapel Church to Cedar Trees. Traffic will flow northwards towards El Camido Park. Traffic will not be permitted to enter from the Reliable Motors end. Parking will be permitted on the Villa grounds, and traffic will be diverted onto the High School Road. After the activities are over, no vehicular traffic will be permitted to enter from the Charlestown Police Station end. Persons traveling towards the Cotton Ground side of the island will access the buses from the Newcastle bus stop, and those persons traveling towards Gingerland will access buses from the Reliable Motors area. Towing will be for persons who do not comply with these regulations. The Deputy Governor General, His Honour Sir Eustace John, acting on the advice of the Cabinet of the Nevis Island Administration, has declared Wednesday, 5th April 2017 to be a public half holiday on the island of Nevis from 12 p.m. This is on the occasion of the 2017 Gulf Insurance Inter-Primary Schools Championship. Still to come, 2017 edition of Agriculture Open Day takes place tomorrow. The details are right after this break. Welcome back. The 2017 edition of the Agriculture Open Day begins tomorrow, Thursday, at the Villa Grounds in Charlestown. Earlier today, Huey Sargent was on site and he gave us this special report.
I'm Huey Sargent and I'm here at the Charlestown Secondary School, or the Villa Grounds, where as we look around, we see a hive of activity taking place where workers from the Department of Agriculture, Public Works and other agencies are putting the finishing touches on the venue for this year's annual Agriculture Open Day. And really, it looks really busy right here, right now. And with me is Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Agriculture, Eric Evelyn. Eric, how are plans going for the execution of this activity this year?
Thank you very much, Huey. And I must say that the plans are unfolding exceptionally well. We are pleased with where we are right now, and we think that by tonight, things would be pretty much in place. I think we started pretty early this year in terms of getting up the tents and everything. And I think normally at this time of the day on Wednesday, we are not that far ahead in terms of preparation of the venue per se. So I think we are very much on target.
Okay, in terms of farmers, in terms of the Department of Agriculture, I know you have the meat and the livestock. When are the various display items and so on going to be in place?
Well, we have always encouraged the persons who are participating to bring their exhibits in early. We will be having security in place tonight, Wednesday night. We also have security in place Thursday night as well, and Friday. So we are encouraging persons to bring their exhibits in on Wednesday night. And of course, some persons will be bringing in on Thursday morning early. We always encourage the exhibitors, the participants, to have everything in place by 9 o'clock, the latest, on Thursday morning. We are having an opening ceremony that commences at 9:30 on Thursday morning. So we do not want any vehicles going backward and forward in the villa on Thursday morning during the opening ceremony. So we are encouraging those of you who are looking at this and you're bringing exhibits in, kindly have them in place by 9 o'clock on Thursday morning.
Okay, and you speak about vehicles. I know this event is always oversubscribed. What are the parking arrangements? Because I know limited parking is in the villa. But what happens to persons who want to attend
That's an excellent question because that is something that I wanted to focus on this morning as well. In terms of parking and persons coming into the villa, every year we have an issue. We have too many persons wanting to come into the villa. This year we are clamping down on parking arrangements, and you will not be allowed in the villa unless you have a parking pass or a vehicular pass from the Department of Agriculture. Those passes will be issued to the department workers. It will be issued to some of the persons who are participating, and we are encouraging participants who get a vehicular pass, to come in, drop your stuff off, and then you park outside. There is limited space because I'm sure from what you can see, Huey, that every year we have to erect more and more tents because every year more and more persons and institutions are interested. And so this year we have the biggest number of participants, and so the parking is less again this year. So if you do not have a vehicular pass, you will not be allowed entrance into the villa. I know persons tend to have the argument that I'm going in to pick up plants and so on, but for the Department of Agriculture booth that sells the fruit trees and so on, we will try to have an arrangement where we can take the plants to the gate for you via a wheelbarrow, and we are hoping that the ornamental people can do the same thing. So we want restricted vehicular traffic in the villa for this year. We have lots of parking on the outskirts of the villa. We have every year we make arrangements for person to use the area on the hill at the ETW park. There's a gate that you park and you can come straight out to the villa. Of course, there's the area over at Bath Hotel as well. Lots of parking are there. And of course, there's the area above the Charlestown Secondary School. So there's ample parking for persons who come to the villa to park and come in. But please, we're asking you for your cooperation in terms of vehicular traffic inside of the villa.
Okay, you mentioned that we had the greatest number of participants this year. Is there a specific number?
I do not have the numbers with me. I know that the coordinator, Walker James, and Randy Elliott, the acting director, they are the ones coordinating the numbers. I do not have the numbers, but I know in terms of the participants for the farmers per se, we have the largest number of farmers this year. We have the largest number of agro-processors this year. We have other craft vendors who are coming in. So this year is definitely the largest number, but I do not have the exact number with me.
Okay, in terms of the opening ceremony, how long is the opening ceremony expected to last? Because in previous years, people have complained about the opening ceremony is too long and they really want to get to seeing what is being exhibited and so on.
Well, that is something that we have taken into consideration over the years, Huey. And in discussion with the Minister, the Honorable Alexis Jeffers, he's always trying to encourage us to trim the opening ceremony. And last year, we did extremely well with the opening ceremony. Last year, the opening ceremony lasted for about an hour. And that was a great improvement over previous years. And we are hoping that it does not go beyond an hour again this year. However, it may just go a little bit over because we have some additional speakers this year. We have the AICA representative for the Eastern Caribbean states, Mr. John King, who is coming in specifically for that. So we'll give him an opportunity to say a few words. We have about 60 persons coming up from Statia, the largest number. And within those 60 persons, we have 3 government ministers. And the commissioner with responsibility from agriculture would want to say a few words as well. So he will also be on the program. And we have some additional awards this year from AICA. They're celebrating their 75th anniversary and their 25th anniversary in the Federation. So apart from the awards from the department, they will also be distributing some awards. So it may go a little over an hour this year, but we are hoping that it will not go too far beyond 1 hour. And we are hoping that persons could be in place, that we can start on time at 9:30, because there's so much to do, there's so much entertainment that we need the opening ceremony out of the way. And while we're talking about the opening ceremony as well, let me just quickly say that the abattoir booth will be open from 7 o'clock, 7 a.m. on both days, because persons have come and said they want to get their meat before they go to work. So the abattoir booth will be open at 7 o'clock on Thursday and Friday. However, it will be closed off during the opening ceremony at 9:30. There will be no sales at the abattoir booth during the opening ceremony, but please bear in mind it opens at 7 a.m. for business on both days.
All right, Eric, I know we have also extended the opening hours for the Agriculture Open Day, but please do remind us of the specifics in terms of the theme and the patron for this year.
Thank you very much. The theme for this year is embracing climate-smart agriculture to achieve food security. Our patron for this year is Miss Tizina Brooks. She's one of our hard-working field workers who has been with us for 22 years, and we're happy to have her this year. In terms of the opening times, Huey, we begin at 9 a.m. on Thursday. We go until 9 p.m. on Thursday night. We start at 9 a.m. on Friday. We go until 11 p.m. on Friday night. We have also increased our entertainment. We normally have a band only on Friday. We have the band on Friday, the Odyssey. We have 2 bands on Thursday. We have the Ultimate on Thursday evening, and we have a band that is actually coming from Stacia, and they will be featured on during the course of Thursday because the persons from Stacia leave at 5 p.m. So they will be featured somewhere during the course of Thursday. We have our Steel Pan entertainment. We have our primary school groups entertainment as well. So all in all, things are looking exceptionally well. And please permit me as well to just briefly speak about our food preparation demonstrations as well. This year we have a very good support from the hotels. And let me just quickly mention who the persons who will be doing demonstrations are. We have Chef Sylvester Wallace, Chef Michael Henville. We have Colette McKenzie from the Mount Nevis Hotel. We have Elsa De Lashley from Nisbets, Halva Brown from Montpelier, Rodel Rollins from the Four Seasons Resort, and we will also be doing some special tasting in terms of our smoked chicken, and that will be served with pepper chutney and tamarind and ginger sauce from Val's Delight. And our agro-processing unit will also be doing a demonstration on Thursday on cassava tacos. So people have a lot to look forward to.
And on that note, viewers, I'm Huey Sargent, right here from the Villa in Charlestown in preparation for the annual Agriculture Open Day.
Thanks, Huey. The patron for the Agriculture Open Day, which is slated for Thursday 30th and Friday 31st March, is Tizina Brooks. That's it for this edition of the Nevis Newscast. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, I'm Fredicia Liebert. Thank you for viewing. Good night.